welcome back. Now, I've been thinking of doing a little mini series. Maybe it might be longer. It might be go on for years. But what it is what I would like to see live action. Who should be given the chance? And why I say this is because if it's DC, if it's Marvel, if it's my beloved Star Wars, we're not going to beat around the bush. They are destroying characters. They're no representation of what they should be or where they came from. And what I mean by that is you get show A. Show A is named after the comic book, superhero, whatever. And in that show A, the main character, is pushed aside for Z character. Yeah, they brought in who the FN beep is that. And they downgrade character A to bring in this character nobody cares about, nobody's heard, because that is their narrative at the moment. You know, they have the little tick boxes, and it's destroying every franchise. Seems to is like, okay, we don't care about the franchises, we want to make money. And they are fouling at that game because they're going, okay, we want to give you this and we want the money. But all the fans go, that's not what I came here for. I wanted to see A and you're giving me Z. Yeah, you're killing my character, the character I love, you know? So I was thinking, with like announcement, let's give you an example. Blade, here we go, Blade. So Blade is being remade, rebooted, or whatever you want to call it, is into a TV or film. I think it's a TV show, isn't it? And it's called Blade. So the focus should be about, come on, you can do it. Yes, Blade. But they're rewriting the scripts. Now, I am led to believe, is because it went, sign it all off. Let's focus Blade. Daughter. What? What now? But it's called Blade. I want to see Blade in this Blade show, and then you're focusing it on around his daughter. But if it's still called Blade, she's still a Blade. What? It's just that stupidity again from the studios. It's whoever signed it off and went, that's the way we're going to go. We're going to do a Blade show and not make it about Blade. But she is still a Blade. It's like that 4. It's still a 4. 4's a name. It's not you become a 4. So, just annoys you, doesn't it? Just annoys you. Well, it annoys me at least. So I was thinking there are characters out there that maybe the technology at the time weren't good enough, and there should be shows or TVs who give them another chance. And there are ones that are gems. There are gems out there that can be given life into live action. Now, I mean live action. I want live action. Yeah, animated. Okay, there are good ones out there, but this is live action. And then, so I was going to do a little series of who should be released into the world, you know, and hopefully some studios just won't bugger it up, because they cannot write a script at the moment without plagiarizing rubbish. It's like they type in, maybe they're using one of them AI script readers. They type in the first line and then go, and then go submitted. Look at me, I can do scripts in a day. Oh, but at the moment, all the dialogue, everything about the shows that you kind of watch are either, they're a 5 out of 10, or they're literally destroying that franchise because they're bad. They're either going into some kind of weird political thing or telling the fans that they're stupid and they don't know what they're talking about. But that's why I always think it's weird, because these studios, if they weren't making money, they're not going to have a studio. But they're losing money on all these IPs because they get a good hype, let's go and have a look. And then they just, and you look at their stock prices, they're doing that. So what do I think? Who do I believe number one on my list should be? Number one. They're not in order, I suppose. But this is a character that Been around for a while, in the 80s, late 80s. And it's from one of my favourite comics, 2000 AD. Yeah. But who is it? You're probably going to I know who it should be. I think there's going to be loads of... 2000 AD's got some killer characters. But this character, it can open up a world builder. Now, it's going to think because the character who associates with her should be introduced as well. But this character, Durham Red. Yes, this character has gone through different changes. Yeah, but the character build on this could be epic. 1, she's a mutant. 2, she's a bounty hunter. 3, she's cool. And 4, her mutation is the taste of blood, vampirism, or whatever they call it. Yeah, she's not a vampire, but she has that thing. So she's got no supernatural powers. Her power is she can kick ass and drink blood. Now, of course, she comes from the world of Strontium Dog. So you could even introduce his character and all that comes with him after it. What I would do is, with this character, I would build it as a one-off and then build that world introducing that. Because this character could be so quirky. It could be Harley Quinn vampirism. Yeah? And if you make it as dark as some of the comics... the 2000 AD comics, really ruthless, make it a R-rated 18, this could be a winner. 1, because she's gone through variations. This is the original variation, I believe, but then you've got different variations where she's got a bit more vampire, a bit more, sexy, so you've got all these different variations of her, a bit more grey skin, but she is the bitch. They are quality. There. This is all. Most of it is all in black and white. It's got Ronald Reagan in this, what is quite funny. Let's get you. I know. Let's turn that off. This is the Bitch series back in from 1987. And it's just. There is so much to take from this. Now, I wouldn't run that version. I think it's a bit quirky. But it works for, of course, this comics. But the character herself can be interesting. Now, that's probably why I brought up Blade, because vampire. So you've got that kind of... that. And even though she is a bounty hunter, she is kind of off, off her head sometimes, let's just be honest. But her character build on that could be so interesting. She could, there are so many that you could just go to. And it looks cool. Can you imagine that? Real action life. It would look awesome. There are, like look at that. Just like kick-ass gun vampire. And... it's awesome. It's just going to be awesome. It would. Imagine that. Can you imagine a very darker Blade in the future with Durham Red? Yeah? Set in England. Yeah, I would do it. Yeah, or the UK or somewhere like that. You could do the delves of, I don't know. You could do a crossover with one of the other comics. You could do it in Mega City 1, couldn't you, if you wanted to? Or you could just do a crossover to something else, and introduce and build that world. But I think if somebody realised they're onto a winner and they'll be like, oh, well, I'm going to be Strontium Dog into it. Now, Strontium Dog I like, but I think sometimes with his look, it could work on screen. I'm like, oh, I would change it slightly. I would make it, what they did with Dredd? Didn't make it too Judge Dredd like. I think the body armor and that worked really well. I love that movie, but that got given a reboot, from Sylvester Stallone's Judge Dredd, and it worked really well. But yeah, so I thinking if they kind of did something different, Strontium Dog wise, and introduced him, cutscene, end scene, or brought him in because they're lovers. you know, in the comics. So it's just, I think if you brought the bitch, I think it would be an absolute winner. I just can't see how you would foul. You know, you can make it so gritty and dirty, you know, and it's going to appeal to people. You've got vampires, you've got guns, you've got bounty hunters, and you've got a sexy lead who kicks ass. It would be like a vampire Femlikita in the future. In a world that is destroyed. With a bit of, I don't know what, a bounty hunter show, you know. Trying to think of one off the top of my head, but I can't at the moment. I'm too excited. But Durham Red, yes. So that is my first pick. I've always wanted to see Durham Red on screen. I think it would be just a win. I can't see how that would fail. But you might have a different opinion. You might have different, you know, comics, reboots, shows that you want rebooted, characters that should have been portrayed slightly different, or ones that are just hidden gems, you know, or short runs of a novel or a comic or graphic novel that you love that should be brought to life, you know. So there are going to be more, and I'm going to start doing it. Yeah, I think we're going to do some short videos, not those shorts because I hate those shorts, but you know, of actually doing who I believe and why. This one's just obvious. I think I can't. Oh, hitting the mic. But I can't see that can go wrong. But that's my opinion, and that's why I'm here. To go, ooh, awesome, ooh, awesome, ooh, awesome, ooh, awesome. But it could, you know, this is where you have the problem these days, don't you? You know, if you get one of the big studios getting onto it, they could rip it apart. But yeah, this is a hope series. Let's do that. What my dream list would be, and that's first on my list, Durham Red. But anyway, if you want to comment, if you agree, or if you don't, or if you, who is this person? Yeah, give us a comment and give us a like if you want to like. As always, Stasis Geek out.